Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you're highly welcome to this very Thursday afternoon edition. Copenhagen, Chelsea, all the way in Denmark. Ladies and gentlemen, the preview, that is why we are here this afternoon. But as you can see me in our national club, it is Ghana's Independence Day. Yes. 68th Independence Anniversary in Ghana. Oh yes, for those of you who don't know much about Ghana, we are the pace setters when it comes to independence and many other things. Dear friends, you can see more of Ghana's Independence Day celebration on my new channel, GH247. GH247 News on your YouTube. Yes, go there, Google it, and you see more on my YouTube channel, my second channel right there. Ghana's 68th Independence Anniversary celebration. Remember, Ghana was the first country in sub-Saharan Africa to gain independence from the colonial rule. Ghana was the first country in Africa to gain independence. That simply means that we help the countries like Nigeria to gain their independence and every other, including Malaysia. Ghana was 6 March 1957. Malaysia, August 30th, 1957, before other countries began to follow. Well, it is all about Chelsea. Let's get started tonight. Chelsea or Copenhagen, Chelsea all the way in Denmark. What is in the news tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started on this note. What is happening in our squad? Enzo Maresca, speaking yesterday at a press conference regarding tonight's game, made it very clear that Robert Sanchez, Chelsea's goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, dear friend, will be starting tonight's game. Oh yes, Robert Sanchez is the goalkeeper to start the game tonight. Philip Jorgensen, I believe, weekend game in the Premier League, Philip Jorgensen will be the man to mount the goalpost. But in the Conference League tonight, it's going to be Robert Sanchez, according to our head coach, Enzo Maresca. He says, Robert starts today. Yes, in this moment, he has played against Brighton away in the FA Cup. Then he didn't play in the Premier League. But tomorrow, which is today, he's going to play. I have said many times about Robert that it's a matter of giving him different kinds of games and trying to help him. So let's expect Robert Sanchez to start tonight's game. You see, I'll be coming with in this preview, I'll talk about my first 11. Yes, my first 11 tonight. Remember, some defenders are back from the injury list. Most of our Wesley Fofana is back, Badashile is back, Trevor Chalobah is back. So we have a lot to choose from tonight. Don't go anywhere, stay to the end of the game. Now, remember, I've already given you one clue. Robert Sanchez is starting the game tonight. All right? Enzo Maresca also continued, made a statement, being asked about the team that is going to Copenhagen and how serious is Chelsea taking this competition. This is what he has to say. Enzo Maresca on the strong squad taken to Denmark. He said, from now on, all the Conference League games and all the Premier League games are all important. All the Conference League games and all the Premier League games are all important. We are going to take one by one until the end, trying to win as many games as possible. So finally, we are not going to be playing with Team B or no. Every game is important right now, and we are going to go with full squad. Dear friends, full squad, according to our head coach, Enzo Maresca. And like I said earlier on, Badashile and Chalobah are back in team training. In fact, they are part of the squad. Yes, Badashile and Chalobah returned from injury and are available for tonight's game. Maresca analyzes Copenhagen's game. Analyzing the game, Enzo Maresca analyzing the game, he said something. He said, very clear what they try to do on and off the ball. It is very clear what Copenhagen tries to do on and off the ball when he was analyzing their game. He said, I was here with City 3 years ago in Denmark, and I know the environment, their players and their manager. It's nice to watch them. He was in Copenhagen 3 years ago whilst he was an assistant to Pep Guardiola. Whilst he was an assistant to Pep Guardiola. And he knows the environment, he knows what they try to do on and off the ball. You see, when Maresca speaks this way, and we end up losing the games, that is where some of us, we feel so much disappointed, because you claim you know. And if you know them very well, and you come publicly to say that you know them and you have analyzed them, at the end of the day, we still lose. That is where someone like me, I always have a problem. I would have preferred, knowing them, you keep quiet over it. We see it in the results. But when you come publicly and say, I know them, on and off the ball, then what goes wrong when we lose the game? What excuse do you have again to give? Well, we wait to see tonight. Yeah, we wait to see tonight. I think it's about 5 hours from now or 6 hours from now. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, Chelsea traveling squad to Denmark. Ladies and gentlemen, the traveling squad to Denmark, quickly, before I go to the preview proper. Chelsea traveling squad for Denmark tonight against Copenhagen. Goalkeeper, Lucas Bäckström, Philip Jørgensen, Robert Sanchez. These are the 3 goalkeepers representing. In fact, these are our 3 goalkeepers available for us right now. In defense, George Achampong is in the traveling squad. Tosin Adebayo is in the squad. Benoit Badiashile, Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwill, Mike Cucurella, Malo Gusto, and Reece James. Those are the defenders Chelsea have traveled with for tonight's game. In midfield, we have Matisse Amogo, the newly signed player in this just ended January transfer window. Yes, Matisse Amogo. Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Kenyan Dewsbury Hall. Those are our midfielders we have right there. How many are they? 4 midfielders. Now, our forwards and the strikers, that's our attacking players. Tariq George, Shane Moeka, Pedro Neto, Christopher Nkunku, Cole Palmer, and Jadon Sancho. These are our attacking players that we have in the squad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now get started with a preview. In the next 3-4 minutes, I'll be out of this place. Ladies and gentlemen, FC Copenhagen versus Chelsea UEFA Conference League preview, round of 16, 2025. Let's get started. Right? Okay. Chelsea continue their UEFA Conference League journey at the round of 16 stage as they face or take on the Danish side FC Copenhagen. Yes, the Conference League journey continued into the knockout stages as Chelsea travel tonight. In fact, we are already in Denmark to face Copenhagen. What to expect? With the Blues out of both domestic competitions, Chelsea are out of both domestic competitions. That's the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are out of both. The Conference League is now the only competition left for Chelsea to win this season. Enzo Maresca's side remain the favourites to lift the title in May, but first need to overcome Danish side Copenhagen, who defeated Bundesliga outfit FC Heidenheim 4-3 on aggregate in the playoff round, thanks to a 113th minute extra time winner from Rodrigo Huescas. While Chelsea won all six of their league phase matches and finished top of the overall standings. Dear friends, Copenhagen won just 2 matches and narrowly scrapped a playoff spot by finishing 18th. Means that they are not that strong. I mean, Chelsea will finish top of the standings, but this guy, it's 113th minute, they have to scratch through or scrap through, whatever way you want to say it. Now, Copenhagen won just 2 matches and narrowly scrapped a playoff spot by finishing 18th. Despite that, the Danes will be hoping to cause an upset. They'll be hoping to cause an upset against the 2-time Champions League winners. Ladies and gentlemen, both sides have met before in European competition, which came back in 2011 when FC Copenhagen and Chelsea met in the last 16 of the Champions League. The Blues managed, yes, they managed at the time by current Real Madrid boss. The Blues were managed then at the time by the current Real Madrid boss, Carlo Ancelotti, being in charge then as Chelsea head coach or manager. Won the first leg 2-0 in Denmark. Thanks to a brace from French star Nicolas Anelka. I remember vividly. Anelka. With a return leg ending goalless at Stamford Bridge. We beat them 2-0 there in Denmark. When they came to Stamford Bridge, we couldn't score. It ended in a goalless draw at the bridge. Now, Chelsea will be hoping for a similar result, whilst Copenhagen will be hoping to defeat another English side, having beaten Manchester United in a Champions League group stage last season. Manchester United in a Champions League group stage last season. Yes, you got me right. Can the Blues secure a vital first leg lead? Or will FC Copenhagen give their supporters a night to remember? Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Remember, like I said to you, Robert Sanchez is starting tonight in the goal post. Now, who will be your defenders in tonight's game? My predicted lineup. Let's go. I will expect, just as the head coach has said, Robert Sanchez mounting the goal post. In defense, I would love to see Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwill pairing as center defenders. Trevor Chalobah and Badeshile central defenders. Yes. On the right side of the defense, I will go with Reece James as the captain of the side, because I want us to start strongly. And then on the left, I would have loved to keep Michael Cucurella for the Premier League game, but it is this game we must win and win convincingly. So I will still go for Cucurella at the right side. Strong defense. Yeah. In midfield, I would love to reserve Caicedo, but let me rather reserve Enzo Fernandez for the second half. I'll start with Kenneth Dewsbury Hall alongside Moise Caicedo. Yes. Alongside Moise Caicedo. Because the truth of the matter is that either of these two need a rest in games like this. So they could come in second half. I want to start with Kenneth Dewsbury Hall and Moise Caicedo. Reserve Enzo Fernandez on the bench. Yes, Fernandez on the bench. In the second half, then Fernandez can come in. All right? In my forwards, attacking midfielders and the striker, Tariq George. I will start with Tariq George tonight on the left side of our attacking. Yes. And Pedro Neto on the right side. Pedro Neto on the right side. We start with Pedro Neto on the right side. Cole Palmer playing the number 10 role. Christopher Nkunku heading the attack. In the second half, I'll switch Pedro Neto to the number 9 position. In second half, I'll change the tactics like we did against Southampton. I'll switch Pedro Neto to number 9, and I'll bring Christopher Nkunku to pair Cole Palmer double 10. To pair Cole Palmer double 10 in my final minutes of the game, so that we can put more pressure and win the game and win convincingly. Ladies and gentlemen, how many have I mentioned there? Let's start it. Robert Sanchez, right? As a goal in the goal post. And I also said I'll go with who? Trevor Chalobah and Levi Colwill in center of my defense. Left side, I'll go with Cucurella. On the right side, Reece James. In midfield, Kenyan Dewsbury Hall and Moise Caicedo. In attacking third, I chose who? Tariq George on the left, Pedro Neto on the right, Christopher Nkuku heading the attack, Cole Palmer playing the number 10. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first 11 against Copenhagen tonight. What do you think? What is your prediction? I'm predicting tonight is going to end Chelsea 3, Copenhagen 1. I'll see you guys all for my post-match reaction. Shalom and peace.